Okay, this is the journal search video in which we're going to develop a video to show how to find some research articles through the Avery University library webpage. I will go through some steps, but I've also already pulled up a few different ones so we don't have to go and search endlessly through articles, which will be something that will be needed to be done. But first, you need to go to the Avery University library website, which can be accessed through the student tools or just by typing it in. So if I go to student tools right here and go to the Avery library website, if we look, we can search the Avery University and libraries worldwide. We can even go into a more advanced search of what we're looking for and add articles and so forth. So let's say we're going to look up something to do with the importance of physical activity in youth, which are all these right here that I pulled up already. So we're going to go right here, and we can either just search the article, so I can type it in. Search it this way and rank up a few different things, but we can go in here and narrow it down. So we're going to narrow it down by one to be peer reviewed and within the last 5 years, because you don't want to go too far back or the information might not be relevant. So we can go in here and look and just examine some of the names first of all to see if they actually work, because like this one right here is trust in elderly users for mobile health services, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So you can search through until you find a few. Or you can even go back and go even more in depth by going into more, databases, or you could go break it down even further. But we're going to look at this way, and let's see. We can also go right here to sort it, which might make it a little bit easier, and go to the best match considering what we inserted. So we've narrowed it down a lot more than it was before. So this right here could be one we could look at. It is in Japanese adults and children, but it's still kind of relevant to the importance of physical activity in youth, regardless if it's in America or not. But let's look for one a little bit more close to home. So let's try this one. Let's take a look at this one. So summaries, it's a good way to look at it. Just going to take a look at the abstract, see if it'll be a little bit more in depth. This one definitely seems like it'd be a very useful one, so we could always get the PDF. Like I said, I've already searched and found a few different ones in here that might have something to do with it, like this one right here. It's physical fitness, cognitive functioning, and variables with an adolescent sample. So evaluate the relationship between physical exercise and physical fitness with cognitive and psychological functioning in a group of adolescents. So it'll go through, and you can even, you can go a little bit more in depth and read it. And we can also go in here, take a look at some of the other ones I found. Strategies to improve physical activity among health in the United States. Youth participation in competitive sports with later on, it's like this one right here. to investigate the impact of participation in competitive sports and youth on body composition and subjectively and objectively measured at the middle age. So it kind of looks at participation in sport competitions as a teenager has long-lasting health benefits associated with healthier body composition. So this could be one that we could use for like the importance of physical activity in youth. This one right here as well. We look at the abstract of this one on how it can sport participation can affect academic performance in a positive way. So we'll list them all up this way, but we can also go back to this right here and go back to the search results, go back to the library. We can go in more advanced search, which we can use for a number of different things. Let's try something different. So we want to look up, try physical education. Let's do another keyword right here. Improvement. And let's take a look at we add something in to make it a little bit more filtered. So let's try high school. See if that adds anything. I'm going to go to only peer-reviewed articles. We're going to let's search this up. I'll go back in here, make sure it's peer-reviewed, and last 5 years. We can even go in to best match. So this one right here, physical activity and quality of life in high school students. Proposal for improving the self-concept of physical education. This one looks like it'd be a good one if we read the summary, so we could take a look at it a little bit more in depth, because this is going to go even in the importance of physical activity in youth as well. So we can take a look at that abstract right here. So that one can definitely be a useful one. We go look at some other ones. That one could be another really good one right there. This is going to be a good one right here if we're looking for ways to improve the physical education system, especially with the time and place that we're in right now with COVID, a lot of online stuff. So this just kind of came out basically when the coronavirus came out. So they have difficulties of online physical education classes in middle school and high school, and efficient plan to address them. So this one could be a good one. You want to kind of keep it when you look at stuff as well. Like I pulled up a couple of them, but you want to make sure they are peer reviewed, but you want to they have pretty good references as well, and make sure the articles within the last couple of years, because you do want the information to be relevant. We can go in and look at some other different ones if we wanted to, and we want to look up something different. We could come in, go back over here, do another advanced search, and look up pretty much anything. You can narrow it down as much as you want to through whatever you're looking for. So either one of those two would be a pretty good option to get into the topics of like the importance of physical activity in youth, or ways to improve the physical education system. But you can use it for pretty much anything as long as you can, as long as you have the topic and you can narrow down the topic a little bit more based on whatever it is, whether it's something to do with an English class or not, or physical education. These are just the topics that I chose. But I hope that was helpful. Thank you.